Swear to God, sometimes I think that YouTube is not even trying. Can anyone tell me how did I manage to get runny nose in a COVID pandemic? I guess I shouldn't have said this word, but yeah, whatever. So let's talk about YouTube removing dislike counters. For the ones who doesn't know, it happened fairly recently and I really wanted to discuss it with you. For the ones who doesn't know what is actually happening, I'm going to be explaining this in a brief right now. And for the ones who do know what is happening, you can actually skip the explanation of this. I'll have the timestamp in the description, or you will see it on the timeline. So on March 30th, 2021, YouTube released the tweet with this text. Let me read you. In response to creative feedback around well-being and targeted dislike campaigns, we are testing a few new designs that don't show the public dislike count. If you are the part of the small experiment, you might spot one of those designs in upcoming weeks. End quote. They actually show the actual picture of the design where you can see the like counter, but you will not see the dislike counter, only the text dislike on it. And rightfully so, majority of the YouTube creators got pissed with this YouTube decision. Basically, majority were saying to YouTube that this is a very stupid decision. In reality, this decision has very few supporters. I would like to also tell that this dislike hiding is not live for everyone. As YouTube said, it's available only for the select creators and select videos. And to be fair, I myself haven't seen any videos directly on YouTube that hides dislike counter. However, I've seen that on YouTube Shorts, you cannot see the dislike numbers anymore, at least for me. And as YouTube said, they will probably start rolling this out eventually for everyone. So what is the main takeaway from all this? I will be very honest with you and say that I really don't like opinion-based content and I really don't like to take sides. But this actually concerns me directly, and that's why I decided to give you my opinion about that. Overall, is removing dislike counter a good decision? No. I don't know who came up with this idea. I don't know who thought that this was actually a good idea, but I'm absolutely sure that they had something different in mind compared to what they're actually showing. Showing likes versus dislikes ratio was actually a good indicator whether a video was actually good or not, and actually showed the value and real intentions behind the video. It was actually telling you whether the video was actually telling you exactly the same things that was showing in its title or thumbnail, or was it just a clickbait? And in absolute majority of the cases, the like to dislike ratio was an actual indicator of YouTube's video quality, or the quality of the content itself. Not in all cases, but majority of the cases. But now, dislike numbers will be hidden and nobody will know what is actually behind the video until they will watch it. So why do we need like counter then? Hiding a dislike number is same as showing only happy people and actively trying to hide the sad people. It doesn't mean that they are not there. It means that you're actually trying to hide them. And what about this well-being in targeted dislike campaigns? This is what YouTube is telling the reason of all this is, so let's discuss that. As a YouTube creator, I can safely say that getting a dislike on a video is not a pleasant experience. When you're creating a video, you are putting a lot of effort and a lot of time and a lot of energy in your video, and you subjectively think that your video is good. No individual uploads the YouTube video if they think that it is bad. They think that it's either average or good enough to be uploaded on YouTube. Every single time. No matter what we'll upload, we never think that our video is actually worth a dislike. And no matter how great the video objectively is, no matter how average, good, great, or simply masterpiece it is, there always will be people who will not like it for one reason or another. In majority of the cases, these reasons are absolutely out of your control or effect. You cannot do anything about that. And it does not concern your video or you yourself at all. They might not like your voice. They might not like your face. They might not like your accent. They might not like the room that you're sitting in. They might not like how the light is hitting your face. They might like the gesture that you do. The majority of the negative feedback that I get is coming not from YouTube videos, but from my courses. Because in the courses, people actually can write the negative feedback if they feel so. And because they're actually paying money for the courses, they are usually more inclined to write a negative review for one reason or another. Unlike on YouTube video where the people just can hit dislike and go away. And the reasons that I get the negative reviews for are simply insane in some cases. Yes, in many cases when people are giving me a negative reviews, there are some legitimate constructive criticisms that I should have accounted for. And in many cases, I'm thankful for such negative reviews. But the amount of frankly stupid reasons that people are giving you negative reviews for is simply insane. What can be such reasons? Oh, let me tell you. One time I got 1-star review because this student watched only first few minutes of a 10-hour course, didn't like how I was talking, and got mad because other people gave me 5-star reviews and gave me 1-star reviews for that. Once I got 1-star review because I recorded my course in my bedroom. At that time, only place where I could record my course in. I guess they didn't like that their instructor was poor back then and couldn't afford a separate studio. I don't know. Once I got 1-star review because I snapped fingers in one of my lectures and this student deemed it very unprofessional. He forgot about the entirety of the rest of the course, but because I snapped my fingers like that, he gave me 1-star review, or I think it was 1.5-star review, I don't know. It was something really low. The point of all this is that people can get mad for any reason and it is perfectly fine. And in many cases, people dislike video just because they can. In many cases, it's not that the video is bad, it's that they are in a bad place and they are showing these negative emotions through the dislike button. At least that's how they feel it. And if this affects the well-being of the creator who wants to be in the center of attention of thousands and potentially the millions of people, and the creator does not want anything negative coming from this, then this job is not for that creator. This creator wants just clout and fame without any bad consequences, which does not work that way. It's like wanting to be a software developer without ever having a monitor because it hurts your eyes. When you are in the center of attention, be damn ready that you are gonna get a negative one as well. What about targeted dislike campaigns? Let's talk about that as well. I'm not denying that these things actually happen, and it happens pretty often. People often rally and dislike bomb the video just because of some agenda or some unpopular opinion that this video had. It happens, and it happens often. But compared to actual videos uploaded on YouTube, the number of videos that uploaded on YouTube getting the real like to dislike ratio, these review bombings are extremely rare. It's like a drop in an ocean. It happens often, and I never thought that this was actual big issue. And to be fair, YouTube never thought that it was a big issue as well. It's the year 2021. YouTube rewinds, the video made by YouTube itself, are consistently one of the most disliked videos in history of YouTube for years. Yet, they never decided to cancel the dislike counter on their own videos. Well, because they thought that it was not a big issue. And I still think that it's not a big issue for them as well. There is some different answer behind that, and there is some different reason why they are canceling the dislike numbers. And most likely they do this because they want to hide dislike numbers for certain videos. But unfortunately they cannot tell this exactly. But I'm absolutely damn sure that the reason of the cancellation of a dislike counter is not the well-being of the creators, because it does not concern the well-being of the creators, and it's definitely not against the targeted dislike campaigns, because it was happening for years and they didn't do anything about this, and they didn't even acknowledge this. I'm absolutely sure that these two things are not the reasons why they are canceling the dislike counter. But these are just allegations based on simply my opinion and not on the facts. So what do you think? Is the cancellation of a dislike counter a good thing or bad thing? Let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to hit that beautiful subscribe button right there, and don't forget to watch the next video right there, specifically chosen for you. I'm gonna see you in the next one.